So now we're gonna move on to top 5 artists. All right. So at number 5, again, I kept mine all hip hop. At number 5, I have Big Sean. Number 4, I have Future. Number 3, J.Cole. Number 2, Kendrick Lamar. And number 1, Drake. Now, I gave Big Sean number 5 because his Dark Skies, Paradise, I think that was the name of his album, came out early in the year in February. And had like 3 or 4 big hits on there. So that one I couldn't deny. Like he kept the first quarter of 2015 pretty relevant as far as hip hop is concerned within the mainstream. I'm not a fan of Big Sean, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. Which brings me to my next artist, Future at number 4, because again he kind of did the same thing. Not only did he come out with a Dirty Sprite 2 album, but he also came out with a double album with Drake, who's arguably the biggest rapper on the planet right now. And the trap sound is what's relevant, and he is the biggest artist within that trap category.
So you're giving it to Drake. You're giving it to Future, sorry, for making nice political moves.
Yes.
What?
Essentially. Number 3, I gave to J.Cole because he pretty much was able to ride the momentum of his 2014 album, 2014 Forest Hills Drive. He sold out Madison Square Garden twice, and this is an artist that has very little to no promotion on any of his projects, and still puts out numbers, which is insane.
How do you like J.Cole but not Drake? What? I mean, not Kendrick.
Why? They're one and the same?
They're similar.
What?
They're similar.
What is J. Cole doing that's activist like?
What?
He went to
Ferguson. He did, yeah.
And J. Cole has
y'all gotta be thinking about it, right? See, he's clean, he's conscious enough, but he ain't really doing nothing but making good music.
Okay, I'm saying he's not as deep.
Okay, but hold on, but no one's asking J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar to be political activists though. These are just items of things that people that they like to talk about in their songs. So if Future, hold on. If Future and 2 Chainz want to talk about Sip and Lean or whatever, then why can't Kendrick and J. Cole talk about other shit?
You grouping J. Cole with Kendrick like I'm saying J. Cole's anything like Kendrick. J. Cole's hot. I love J. Cole, bro.
But they're very similar. You can't deny the similarities between. I'm not saying
based on what?
I'm not saying they're twins or anything, but they're similar.
Well, J. Cole talks about fucking other girls in every song and he loves his girlfriend.
That's what's up.
But then he also he has to keep your head up track.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay,
Tupac.
So how come
Malcolm X type?
Okay, but now you're contradicting yourself. But you're contradicting yourself because you love J. Cole for doing that, but when Kendrick does it, there's a problem.
I don't mind J. Cole doing that. I respect J. Cole, man.
I think his argument is he likes Kendrick because Kendrick goes to the point which he can take.
No, J. Cole.
J. Cole, yeah.
But Kendrick goes like a bit further, and he's like,
and then he played.
Yeah, because he's a technical rapper. He's a technical rapper.
And you know what? Before he dropped this album, I said, okay, maybe this label of him being this freedom fighter is unfair on him. Like you said, I ain't this freedom fighter. Then he drops that album. I'm like, all right, you playing?
Okay, but he could. But for all intents and purposes,
you saying you don't want this?
No, hold on. He could be inspired by all the events that took place between the time that he stopped Good Command City up until now. Because think about it. His work has been pretty consistent between Overly Dedicated up until To Pimp a Butterfly, which deals a lot of struggles that happen within inner city black communities and also just within black America in general. Section 80 talked about...
And I know I'm thinking about all that when I listen to music.
Okay, and that's fine, but you can't discredit the man, though.
I'm not.
You can't like J. Cole for doing the same thing and dislike Kendrick for doing the same thing,
though.
But they're very similar, though.
Based on what?
Based on content.
What song can you say is politically active from J. Cole?
J. Cole doesn't go as deep.
Okay, but they still do it all the time. They still do it.
They're just the two top conscious.
Oh, okay, hold on. First and foremost, Kate, do you like the song Lights, Please? Lights, Please? Okay, so basically he does like a flip coin motion in that record. He talks about how we all like to talk about killers. We all like to talk about the hood and gangster shit. But at the same time, you can't help but want to sleep with this girl that's sleeping right next to you.
Yeah, which is me.
Okay.
That's what's up. And that's why I can relate to it, because that's me. You know, I'm
okay, and Kendrick does the same thing.
But at the same time,
okay, but Kendrick did the same thing. No, hold on. Kendrick did the exact same thing on If These Walls Could Talk. He talked about how he wants to seduce his woman. No. He talked about how he wants to seduce the woman, but at the same time, he talks about gangs and political stuff in that record as well.
Exactly.
And they intertwine the two together. So if it's okay for J. Cole to do it, how come Kendrick can't do it?
It's not to that extent.
You know what it is? He personally connects to a J. Cole. And that's the whole thing. You know, he feels like just like J. Cole, he is a black man with nigga tendencies. He goes to work and he gets his job done. But when he comes home, he likes his nuts to bust.
Yeah, that's what's
He personally connects with J. Cole. I get it. I do too.
All right.
His blunts roll.
If I wanted to go to Black Lives Matter march, I would.
All right, just make sure you say the same thing to J. Cole. But nonetheless, number 2, Kendrick, because he had a He had a big ass year to Pimp a Butterfly. We already went through the whole shebang. And the number one, Drake, again, self-explanatory, speaks for itself. One of the hottest albums of the year, hottest single of the year in Hotline Bling, and then he had that epic beef with Meek Mill where he just destroyed him. So it's pretty self-explanatory. At that point. Goliath, what are your top 5 artists?
Okay, my top 5. Well, I went ahead and kept it all 2015 with the whole pop and hip hop and all that.
Okay.
So number 5, I have to go with Future, and the reason why I go with Future is because, like you said, he was making the right political moves, aligning himself with Drake, the number 1 rapper. And you know the whole Meek beef. Meek was the number 1 street rapper. All that happened. Now Future just somehow slid in and took over as. So now Future is the number 1 street rapper. So you got to give it to him. I don't think it will last long. Someone else is gonna come take his spot. But let him enjoy while he still can, corrupting all these kids, talking about codeine and promethazine and all the other stuff.
And Zans.
Who else do I got here? I got Drake. This is in no order. Actually, if you want it in order, I got Fetty Wap next.
Oh my God.
My way.
Fetty Wap was one of the top artists of 2015.
I know,
All
but
of the
still.
songs are on the radio. They all sound the same. I don't like the guy. All I like was Trap Queen.
He just sounds like a retarded Slick Rick, man. I'm
Pretty
sorry.
much, pretty much. But you know what? That's what they want to hear, and if that's what they want to
Who's
hear,
Dave? I want to know.
And that's why I said retarded Slick Rick.
Who's
Like,
Dave?
about
Who
that.
wants to
Who's
hear
Dave?
Fetty Wap though? I would like really
everybody,
who's Dave?
everybody. That's all they're calling into the radio stations. He released 3 of his songs were like number 1, 2, and like 4 on the hip hop Billboard.
Shout out to
they
Def
want to hear
Jam.
him, man.
Right?
They want that Fetty. Then I got Ed Sheeran. Because he blew up. He really blew up this year. I mean, he was pretty much a nobody last year, unless you were kind of following that scene
one
out
song.
there. Yeah, and he has his own style, man. I like it. It's acoustic, kind of poppy, and he does this thing. He's not a overly aggressive singer. He's just a crooner. Well, no, he's not even a crooner, but like playing the guitar by the beach. He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
And,
I've actually never
they
really
love
listened
that.
to Ed Sheeran before, to be honest.
Only
But
on the radio, man.
I hear a lot of good stuff about him, though.
Yeah, only on the radio. But yeah, and then I got Drake. You don't have to, don't explain.
Was that
much,
number
right?
1?
No, Drake was my number 2, and
Okay.
obviously my number 1 is Adele.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Gev, your top 5 artists.
I'm ready to be attacked. Number
You've
5.
been attacked this
Number
entire
5.
time.
I'm not basing this on numbers. I ain't basing this on nothing but kind of splash and impact. Slim Jesus is number 5.
Oh my God!
Shout outs to Black Jesus. Shout outs to Black Jesus. Shout outs to Goliath Pa.
Yeah.
Slim Jesus,
I know,
really?
right? I know.
Shout outs to
What is
DJ
that
Blast
based on?
for
Ladies,
making this all
what
better
is
than
that based
ever.
on?
Ladies and gentlemen,
What is that based
to
on?
all of you guys listening at home, Gev is playing the role of Bill O'Reilly tonight, man. Oh my God.
Raven Simone.
Right?
The Ravens not dissing. I ain't dissing black culture. I represent. I'm out here.
You kind of hard into black culture.
You know what?
Really, Slim Jesus.
You know what?
This is the
Why I put
Slim Jesus is an icon.
Yo, hip hop has come 180. The white kids now have taken it, and you know what? They're doing their own thing with it. They're showing how much influence black culture really has on them, to the point where this man knows nothing about what he's doing with them guns, has no idea what that drill music really represents, but he's coming out here and he did something with it, and it's blown, and he's broke himself off of that. And if that don't put you in the top, I don't know what does, man.
he's
Okay,
not-
but
he's
Drill Top was a viral hit, but it's not enough to
Because
propel someone into the
needed,
top.
yeah.
Slim
five.
Jesus
It's
is
up there,
not
man.
the first
It's up there.
artist
He went
in
viral.
He
hip hop
ain't the
to live a life, to talk about life he ain't lived.
But
he's
first
just
to
the
admit
first to admit it.
He's the first to admit
which
it.
I respect.
And that's real. And that's
I
real.
respect.
That's the only thing I can
So
give
he
credit
blew
to.
up
Ice
off his
Cube didn't
artistry.
admit it.
He blew up off his artistry. He's
No,
saying,
he blew
yo,
off
this
Lil
is
Zane
artistry.
didn't admit it.
He blew up because it was funny.
Tiger didn't admit it. Sorry, dude.
All right, number 4,
Yo,
please.
you know what? He gave hope to all you basement rappers out there. Everyone out there trying to put their videos on YouTube and Instagram. Yo, Slim Jesus is the reason a lot of niggas gonna make it.
Slim
to
Jesus looks like a
2016,
white
okay?
supremacist.
Yeah, he does. But he's the reason a lot of people want to make it to 2016 in their rap career.
Like, he looks like a thugged out Dennis
He
the
gets the top
Menace.
5.
He really looks like a thugged out Dennis
Looks
the
like
Menace.
Caillou grew up.
I know, right? Number 4.
Looks like
Who's
Number
your-
4, I got to give it to the
Brother.
Weeknd, homegrown. You know, the Weeknd's really been out here doing his thing. It's a little bit dark, but it's hot. I definitely see where Take Care came from. Shout out to the Weeknd. And then I got to give it to my boy Drake. You know, Drake's been doing his thing. He's been holding it down. I know you don't count that as an album, but
What, if you read this is too late?
Yeah.
No, I count that as an album, but it's just like, in comparison to the albums that I listened to throughout the year, I felt there were stronger albums conceptually. That one didn't really have a concept to it. That's my only knock against it. The tracks on there were good. It's just there's like little to no concept. It's just like a whole bunch of throwing singles together and just put it out to the masses. And for some people, that's what they like. But for me, I'm not that kind of listener.
I think there was more creative genius to that than you're really giving credit to, man. Like, I think if you really pay attention to how he put those words together and how he really put those stories together and told it in a way that it looked like it was coming from the perspective of a street kid from Toronto, even though it was a kid from the suburbs, and told that and really gave life to the city and put out a project that really made the Six a thing. And this guy changed pop culture with a mixtape.
He created his own hashtag that now represents the whole entire city.
Yeah, which some people don't like. Me, I'm indifferent to it. Like, I don't mind if it puts a positive light on to
whatever
say
makes
cool,
Toronto a bigger city, I'm supportive.
Whatever. And then number 2, I know it's a cop-out. I got to give this to Adele. Again, she's making it so that majors might be more inclined to want to invest in an artist again. Because she's proven that maybe the old system is
real artistry can make it.
Real artistry, yeah, because she's a real singer more than anything. But anything, she's moving numbers, doing things the way that they've been doing it. The way that when the industry had a ton of money, when they were willing to invest millions into artists because they could get those returns. That's the way she's doing it. So you know what? If a few other artists can do what she's doing, there'll be that much more money out there for other artists to really get a chance to really make it. So you got to give it to Adele. And I know y'all are wondering who the heck could be this dude's number 1.
He's trolling hard right now in this episode. He's trolling big time.
I ain't even trolling.
He's living his life.
I ain't even really trolling. I ain't really trolling. I got to give it to the kid. I got to give it to the comeback kid, the kid that shouldn't be here right now, the kid that everyone counted was out, and he's on top right now. The Biebs.
Oh, Bieber.
Yeah. I respect that. I respect that.
It wasn't as outrageous as I was expecting, but
this guy's banging Kourtney Kardashian, Kendall Jenner.
There's nothing to be proud about banging a Kardashian. It just means that your career's on life support.
He's banging a Kardashian as kids. He's banging a mom.
He's got to be proud. He's the first white guy to start banging a Kardashian. Like, shut up.
That's actually true. I just realized that. Actually, no. What about the ex-boyfriend of Kourtney? The ex-boyfriend of Kourtney.
He's been there way back. That's a playback.
Whatever. Jay, what's your top 5, man?
Jesus Christ. All right, man. Shit. Jesus. Okay. My top 5, man. Number 5, I did a split. I got it between, I know y'all gonna be for this, Tory Lanez and Logic. I know y'all gonna say I'm dick riding Tory Lanez. Maybe so. Y'all can eat a dick. I don't care. I'm gonna move on quickly.
Why are you so vulgar on this show? My goodness.
Answer his DMs. He's trying to get at you.
I'm not trying to get him. I'm just trying to support Brampton, but I can see the looks of already getting in the room. So fuck y'all, your moms.
He's trying to get you called off the air, bro.
Logic. I do think Logic should be lower on my list, but I don't think the rest of the rest of the members on my list he surpasses. But Logic is coming up nice. This is what, his second album?
Second, yes.
Second official album. He's doing nice.
Did 130K in the first week.
Number 4, The Weeknd.
Okay.
Now, the reason I said The Weeknd, like I said, Toronto needs to start clapping when the claps need to happen. Mm-hmm. This man is from Toronto. This man's song was so big, it was the main song in, what was that little sex movie?
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, man. And I know when the All-Star Weekend happens, he's going to be performing. It's going to be him or Drake. It's probably going to be him because Drake's too affiliated. Mm-hmm. It's probably going to be him performing, man. You got to give it up. Other than that, I got the regular J.Cole, Kendrick, Drake in that motherfucking order. You already know it's going to be the regular 3 dropping down. J.Cole dropped the project last year. Like DM said, we carried on the momentum. I see you moving to the mic.
With no promo.
Kendrick dropped his album. Biggest hip-hop album of the year.
It crashed iTunes when it came out, by the way. I forgot to point that out.
Yep. And then Drake, of course, because he's Drake, no reason to even speak on it.
Fair
Man
enough.
dropped a mixtape and a bullshit album with a bullshit artist. And it's still both went number 1.
Apparently the word...
And his diss track is going to be Grammy nominated. Yo, somebody pray for me, man.
Apparently the word is that, if you're reading this, it was actually supposed to be a DJ drama mixtape. That's what's kind of going around right now.
Let's pray for me, man.
Indeed.
Rest in peace. Y'all see the TMZ article on him today?
On who, Drake?
No, Meek Mill.
What's that?
Oh, it's over, bro. He was in court today begging, pleading, apologizing to the prosecutor.
Did he do an Iverson?
Yeah, because he's about to go back to jail.
He violated his parole.
Yeah, so the judge convicted him of violating, but before that he's on the stand crying, telling the judge, I ain't no gangster, I'm just out here trying to live, but I'm here with my queen.
Really?
That's it, bro.
His career's over.
Yo, I'll say this, man.
Wow.
Out of any artist I've ever met, and DM, we grew up together, so we know a lot of dudes have been through this situation.
Church?
Meek Mill is the most pussy whipped nigga I ever seen in my life. Like, I've never seen a man date a girl and literally live through her.
True.
It's like she is the one that inspires him. She breathes air every morning.
Is that
This
a
guy
world
lives-
tour or your girls tour?
But he really lives
Oh.
through her. Like it's like his whole life is now about for the purpose
Following her
of
everywhere she
Nikki.
goes.
You know what he
Like
is?
this is my queen. It's like I always say this, man. One last thing.
Okay.
These relationships that are usually in the public eye, they usually die right away. I respect Jay-Z for dating Beyonce when she was too young to officially talk about it,
When he
but he
scouted
held
her.
it quiet for 10 years. I respect Will and Jada for keeping it private. You put this shit on blast, made a video about it right away, like
Made a
Drake
song.
said. Like Drake said, man, you're gonna regret this 10 years down the line, and it's gonna be more Meek. Crying, commit suicide, he cut his dick off like the guy from Wu-Tang.
You don't need to
Meek
cut it off.
is the
It's
most
already
pussy
done.
whip, man.
You know what he is? He's kind of like the black Kevin Federline right now. All right. And speaking of Meek Mill action, I'm glad you talked about that because now that we got to the top 5 artists, albums, and singles, it is time for the top 5 wanksters of the year. So